Hey guys, this is your boy Markcoos, and welcome back to Markcoos' Reign at Arsenal, episode number 18. And as you can see, I'm looking at Theo Walcott, Mr. Theo Walcott, with his 67 million buyout. No, buyout clause? No, it's not buyout clause. It's Juventus have bid 67 million for Theo Walcott, and am I going to accept it? One of my best players last season with amazing assists all round, but he's really starting to stop his development, and he's an 89 overall, 92 in attack, in right midfield, sorry. But as you can see, negotiations were successful, and Theo Walcott has been sold for 67 million. So I go out and buy Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba, relatively cheap, 98% transfer that it will go through, and I get him for like 18 million or 14 million. And I go out and also buy Pablo Hernandez, the Swansea player. He's a bit old, but of course, adding experience to the team makes you win titles easier. That's a lot of crap, we should talk about in real life, but I've always liked Pablo Hernandez, so I always thought, yeah, I'll buy him. But as you can see, the days went by, nothing's happening, and I'm just like, what? I'm buying all these players and nothing is happening, why is it taking so long? But it eventually came out to like the 11th. It says we have received three bids. We have received bids for 3 of our players. 3? Who the hell is leaving? So I was like, we have managed to agree on terms of several potential player moves. Please make sure that you respond by deadline day. I was like, fair enough, and it was like, transfer negotiations for Mertesacker are still on hold, and I was like, what? Transfer negotiations for Mertesacker? He didn't have any negotiations at all, so I was like, alright then, so I go and check it out. Mertesacker being wanted by Man City for 33 million, and I was like, meh, 33 million, that's a lot of money, so I put up to 40 million, or 42 million. Diaby's wanted by, I don't even know who that even is, Braga for 15 million, I was like, I want more. Arteta was wanted by Chelsea for like 30 or 40 million. Pablo Kagwell hadn't really decided yet, and Pablo was roughly 5 million, and I was like, Pablo, not bad. Jordi Alba, 21 million, I'd bring that down to about 19 if I can remember correctly. And Tony Cruz just wishes not to really come to my club for some reason, I'm not really sure why. But as you can see, I changed Arteta's thing to 40 million because of course I need to get rid of him because he doesn't want to really play for me. But as you see, I'm sorry to confirm that there was no deal for Mertesacker. Again, 2 more offers, and Mertesacker basically goes, I have had in a transfer request. So I was like, prick. So there you see, get rid of Abu Diaby for 17 million. I basically just go out and buy Jordi Alba for 19 million. I think that's worthy. But as you see, I end negotiations with Chelsea for Arteta because I don't want to strengthen my rivals. Basically, I want to always sell abroad. It makes it easier. But as you can see, David Villa is not wanting to be at Barcelona, neither is Montoya. But as you can see, at Real Madrid, where's Cristiano Ronaldo? Xavi and Puyol are there. Ronaldo's at Juventus. What? Who said this? Ooh, that was not meant to happen. But yeah. So there's Jordi Alba there, the big Jordi Alba, bought for 19 million. He's probably just gonna be on the left-hand side every once in a while, play every once in a while. Probably not. He's not gonna be the first team player, but he's only 24, so I mean, he's got all the time in the world to improve. So he's a 14 over. He's number 14, and probably will change that later on. Not this episode, maybe next episode or the episode after. But as you can see, Mertesacker is wanted by Sporting for 32 million, and I let him go because I really don't want people who don't want to be here. So I end up also buying Pablo Hernandez for 5 million, and I start transfer negotiations with Barcelona for David Villa. As you see, there's Pablo Hernandez with his sort of like a weird face, but it's actually what he looks like in real life. So I mean, that's pretty realistic, to be fair. Club where nothing more than the win would do, and he's number 27. So for 5 million, I have bought Pablo Hernandez, and he's a great player. He's 28. He's not really like the best player in the world, but he's actually pretty good, and I love using him. I've used him in on offline a lot. So yeah, so I got and also start transfer negotiations with Torres and Sergio Ramos, and got a cold right now. But as you see, Thierry has been transferred to Napoli, and I adjust terms with Sergio Ramos, 42 million from Real Madrid. And Sergio Ramos will probably be a first team player. I really don't think Sani is not really good enough anymore, to be perfectly honest. Villa put him down for 31 million. I approved terms with Montoya for 14 million, and I'm sure Torres eventually joins me for 12 or 11 million, which is a really good bargain for Fernando Torres. I don't even care how people say he's not good enough, but he is good enough for me. I see big Montoya here, but I was going to replace Mertesacker with Chiellini because that was one of the things, but Chiellini didn't want to leave Juventus, so I was like, fair enough. And Michu has not developed at all because of course it's the second season, so he's 29 and he's not going anywhere. He doesn't want to leave, and he's like a 74 rated overall. Not really think I see a point of buying him. But as you can see, I'm approving. I buy 3 players on one day because I'm just spending all that money. And as you can see, there's big David Villa. He has signed officially for Arsenal. And I know this is a short episode, but I just got in from university like about an hour ago. Did this video, got it all sorted up and dandy, so if I make any rash decisions, do not blame me. But yeah. Yeah, that's all I've got to say. But yeah, David Villa, great player, 31 years old, but brings the experience to the side for that left hand side as well as up front. And he'll play every once in a while, may even start matches, because of course Ozil isn't really a left midfielder. I might have to change my formation a bit to play only one up front and have an attacking midfielder in there somehow, but yeah. So what else is there going on this episode? I sell Arteta to Barcelona for 29 million. They need someone to replace Xavi, of course. And into the first and only match of this episode, against Bolton Wanderers in the Premier League, the first match of the Premier League. And as you can see, my team was very, if you just go back at like 3 seconds, my team was very fatigued because it was just after a national team match. So due to that, I had to, what's it called? I had to play a really weak team. As you see, the Hurtfeld, Mikel, Montoya, Shaw, Icefeld, Chamberlain, Mangala, Jordi Alba, Torres and Higuain all started. And for Bolton, Bogdan, Wheater, Ream, Ricketts, Warnock, Holden, Mears, Petrov, Davis, Spearing and Afobe, the former Arsenal player himself, starting up front for Bolton. And this match, so ridiculous, it was pretty difficult to actually break them down. And as I've said several times before with PES, and the Midnight Kid has said this as well, your second season is always your hardest because somehow the computer get used to playing against you. It's really weird, but like as you see, Icefeld hits the post there, great shot from the young German, but it doesn't really go in. But again, like I had to get used to all these new players because of course I've not played with Torres recently, Higuain recently and all that. But at half time it's 0-0, 5 shots, 2 on target, 56% possession. But into the second half, Torres gets his shot away here, great save from Bogdan, clearance. And into the 61st minute here, Jordi Alba on the ball, passes it back to Higuain, and look at that forward-finish into the top corner from Gonzalo Higuain. He's really happy about that. His first goal at the Emirates, first goal for the club in a competitive match. And yeah, so Higuain has scored. Great finish and a great celebration. I mean, I get a nice slow motion replay here. But like from the corner kick here, I get the ball in, don't really get a goal away, but Mangala ends up hitting it to Chamberlain. Chamberlain takes a touch, and look at that forward finish. He will be the successor, probably. It's between him and Royce to be the successor for Theo Walcott for that right midfield position, considering they are both very good players. And Theo Walcott wasn't really that good a player, to be fair. I mean, he only assisted really, his shooting was pretty poor. But look at that for a shot from Chamberlain, a great shot, more or less into the top corner. And into the 78th minute here, Icefeld on the ball, passes it out to Oxlade-Chamberlain, Chamberlain on the ball, Torres makes that run, passes it through to Torres, and Torres with the finish. He doesn't finish like that for Chelsea in real life, but what a finish, and he's back to his normal default hair because I had to change it back because I was hating his new hairstyle. I don't know what the option file did, but his hairstyle was horrible, and as you can see, I'm fine with that. I'm happy with Torres scoring. A great finish from Fernando Torres. But as you can see, I bring on David Villa and I bring on Adler. And you go, what the hell are you doing bringing on a new goalkeeper? I had to bring on a new goalkeeper because Chesney was getting tired. So I final score 3-0 between Arsenal and Bolton. And 11 shots, 6 on target for me, 5 shots, 3 on target for them. 55% possession my way, but they had 80% pass completion. Oxlade-Chamberlain gets man of the match, which is pretty good for our first game. And as you can see, Man United beat Everton, West Brom beat Cardiff, Wigan beat West Ham, Wolves beat Southampton, and the rest of the fixtures, come on, what was I doing here? Norwich got beat by QPR, Aston Villa beat Newcastle, Sunderland beat Man City, Stoke beat Chelsea, and Liverpool beat Tottenham. No, they drew with Tottenham. As you see, I'm top of the table, so that's all cares. And into the next match against West Ham, which will be in the next episode. So if you have enjoyed this episode on Markcoos' reign at Arsenal, subscribe to my channel for more, and